no flex. Flex, the livest one in the section. Fit the runner, boy, you nigga, no question. You would run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga, boof. I'm an 88 pack nigga, boof. I mean, day walking, drink blood, trains out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Drew Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. I'm not gonna waste any time. Y'all ain't getting no countdown, nothing. All right. Salute to my brother Trick Nolte. I just sent him a link. I sent Stormy a link. You know, it's an awkward time because on the line right now, I'm speaking with the president, Ike Ibeabuchi. How you doing, man? How you feel, bro?
I'm okay, bro. I'm okay. I'm doing good.
Excellent, man. So, man, where to begin, man? Where to begin? Well, let's begin. What are you up to right now? I heard you're trying to make a comeback, bro. Is that true?
Yeah, it's true. I've been training since last year, and I intend to come back. I intend to come back and become a world champion, just in a nutshell. You know, because I can't just leave boxing alone. You know, when I had the potential to be a world champion, so I'm coming back. You know, to do that.
Man, you were on a tear, man. You were on a tear.
You
were very dangerous. You fought a prime, ripe David Tua, and I'm gonna tell you that fight stands out in my mind because that was the David Tua that was knocking everybody out, and you stood in the pocket. You went blow for blow with him, and you outboxed him in spots, and you clearly, no controversy, you clearly won that fight, and you were on your way. You were definitely on your way. So right now, with the landscape looking the way it is, do you think that you can still compete with these guys that are around today?
Yeah. I can still be a world champion, you know, because you know, boxing is really a mind game. I don't think these guys have the mental order to hang in there with me in the ring for 12 rounds. So yeah, I believe I can still be a world champion at this time. You know, so after all, they are not all the prime. They are not prime. All of them. They are not prime. They are not all prime David Tua. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, so the mental toughness is there, and I don't think they have seen anything in such a realm. So yeah, I believe I can do it. No.
Well, man, the last thing to go on a gifted fighter is the punch, man, and you you definitely have that. You definitely have that. What's your weight right now?
Well, I weigh between 250 with that sparring. I'm just training, you know, in the gym, maintaining some, you know, build up of muscle. But really, once I got signed up, once I can fight, I know that I can get back to like 235 or 240. But I don't want to be overweight because of time. So yeah, I'll be good at 230, from 230 to 240. You know, after rigorous training.
Oh man, that's great, man. That's great. So, let's go back to let's start at the beginning. Like when did you find out? Like, yo, man, you know what? This boxing thing, I think I'd be good at it. When did that dawn on you?
Oh yeah, I initially wanted to be a soldier. You know, the big deal in Nigeria, my home country, but you know, the plans didn't really work out. But you know, I challenged myself to the world of boxing because I believe also that with training, with learning, I can be a world champion. And especially after the Tyson fight with Buster Douglas, I thought that, you know, with just the agility, the Buster Douglas exposed on Tyson, that anyone can be a world champion. So, you know, it just began in 1991. So I began training, and there everything became a history.
Yeah, Yeah, man. I forgot what your first fight was when you burst onto the scene, but I remember the first time I saw you was on. I forget. It wasn't. I saw you before ESPN, I believe. It may have been, and you knocked the hell out of somebody. And I said, Jesus Christ, where did this guy come from? I said, who is that? I said, who is this guy, man? And they said, yo, the president.
Yeah.
I said, well, goddamn, we got another one. And I said, my gosh, man, this guy's dangerous. And I'm gonna tell you something. When you fought Chris Bird is a friend to the show, really good dude. I picked him to beat you. I just said, man, he's gonna make him miss all day. And when you hit him, it was a left hand, and I saw all that sweat come off his head. I said, he ain't gonna make it. I said, oh my God, man. I said, he got clipped. That's what I said. Nope, there it is. Ball game right there. It's over. And my goodness, I don't even think you threw that punch too hard. It didn't look like it. You just threw it. And
He was. Yeah, Chris Brown was tough. I didn't think so. I didn't think he would get up from that point too. Because that very point could have been the best, except for my 13th fight. If you had a clip of my 13th fight with
wait, you broke up. Uh-oh, reconnected. I'm talking to him on WhatsApp, y'all. He's in Nigeria. He's like almost half a day ahead of us. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, so yeah, can you hear me? So yeah, it was on my 13th fight with Rodney Blunt. That's when I started tremendous usage of my uppercuts. But Chris Bett showed me that he's a tough fighter, and he stood up and but for the referee, the fight could have continued. You know what I mean? So, but sometimes I'm glad we had referee, judgment, intelligent referees that know when someone can, when the fight can get stopped. So the fight was stopped for good reason. Because honestly, it would have shaken his brain the way the punch landed, and to that effect, it was better to stop the fight, and we can come back and do a rematch sometime.
Yeah, it was a good stoppage. It was a good stoppage, man. I said, man, once you did that, I said, man, this guy's a major player, man. This guy's a major player. And I know you've had some issues. I don't want to get into that. You know what I mean? Because that was just crazy to me. But I'm glad that you're fine. I'm glad that why not come back? Why not give it a go round? We saw Razor Ruddock. That was another matchup. I wouldn't have minded seeing you in the ring with Razor Ruddock. We saw him come back. I mean, it didn't work out for him, but I would have liked. There was a whole list of names in the '90s that I would have loved, because everybody in the '90s you actually could have beaten. Every last one of those guys you could have beaten. Every last one of them.
Yeah.
And
I had. May so rest in peace. Curtis Cook, my trainer Curtis Cook, we normally, including my physical trainer, I had a good team in the '90s, and it's hard to get those teams, like at this time. But I believe that once it is on, I'm gonna assemble the very like of the team that I had that got me going. But the thing is that I love to train, and I don't think every boxer train like me. And the thing is that the output of the volume of training shows off in the fight, and that's what happened. I'm always ready to fight when I'm in the ring, but I do train very hard for a fight. So. I didn't pick anyone who could have defeated me, clearly, except if something happened to me in that way. But in the '90s, it would have been a pick'em with the best of the fighters, including Leonard Lewis. So it could have been in a fight to see what would have happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not Damien Holyfield or not Tyson. They were great fighters, but the thing is that that was my time. I was edging my peak, and I could have just walk through with appropriate training and a payday. You know what I mean? Some incentives. They were big guys. I had money, Lord God, in my name in prison. I had money in prison, and they wouldn't want to pay me. That's the bluff. So. Now, if they had paid me and matched me with the opponents of their choice, that would have been a good deal. You know what I mean? So there was no incentive. There was no championship in 1998. And I believe I was being picked out. I was discriminated. So, but this time around, if anything like that happens again, I'm gonna just go to the court. I will sue them. I will sue the organizations. I will sue everybody because I've learned one thing, and that is how to maintain a complaint against a defendant, someone who had offended me, someone who wronged me. I just take him to court and get a redress there, because that's how the Constitution of the United States works, and I'm dependable. So I can always take all these guys who were charmed in the business to court and let them explain to court why my case is different. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, wow. So, that with the legalities behind that, man, that was just like awful to go through. What is your what is your main thing? And like I said, I don't really want to harp on that, because everyone here, that we all know bits and pieces, but I don't want to put you in a position where you feel you have to talk about it or get into details. It's it is what it is. So as far as your comeback is concerned, is your first step to get some pro fights in Nigeria and then make your way to the States? Is that the plan?
No, not really. I'm restricted to boxing even anywhere, except if the United States had sworn me in, because I was granted citizenship of the United States, and I can't say it enough. So in 2016, I was granted citizenship of the United States, and then they had me on probation violation. Then I took their state of Maricopa down to Arizona to court with appeal on post-conviction, and I won that. So the seemingly the regulatory status was overcome, and the only way I can redress that is if I was sworn in as a citizen, and that will clear me to enter the United States. But my goal is actually, to fight again in the United States. All my fights were in the United States, and I wanted to, I don't care who the opponent is, you know what I mean? But I'm very sure that, I want a title shot. I want a heavyweight championship fight that would actually exhibit what could have been all along, as speculated, as projected, as thinking, and and get about. I want the opportunity to fight for the heavyweight championship and see what happens there.
Well, I'm with it, man. I'm with it. Trick Notes here in the building. Salute. I'm with it, and I why not? Why not? With the landscape being what it is, why not? All you need is an opportunity. All you need, and it happened with George Foreman with the second half of his career. I know you're a bit older from when he came back, but why not? George Foreman, he was old, he was really overweight, but he had a punch.
Yeah.
He had a punch, and I believe you have that same type of pop, and where people will think that, okay, well, it's Ike, whatever, he's 50 or whatever. But I think once you start knocking these guys over, they're gonna be like, wait a minute, we gotta take this guy a little more serious, and why not?
Exactly.
Why not? The opportunity.
Yeah, the thing is that I don't care about fighting some bombs, some tomatoes, whatever you may put there. the thing is that I just want to have that legal allowance. I don't want anything illegal hanging over my head. If I cannot enter United States, let that be adjudged. But the fact of the matter is that I can be sworn in as a citizen and have the optimum opportunity to fight in the United States and make the best out of it. So I don't think that it did me very well, to be excluded when I had the legal rights to be in the United States and perform. So even if it's some fights first, because I hadn't been seen for a long time. Yeah, it doesn't matter. I can do 2-3 fights, but I want to crack the top 10 as soon as I can crack it to get a mandatory shot, because I don't believe that they're gonna do me as they do Tyson. Whenever Tyson is coming back, they're gonna put him in, number 1 or number 2. Or number 3, top 3 in the world. But the thing is that I don't mind clearing the grounds and then maintain a contention under law for mandatory challenge, to the World Championship. So that to me, I want to embrace the law, and I want to do it, in the United States, where I had already begun, where I had been successful at law. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I have the confidence. I had the confidence to complete my career in the United States than any part of the world, because there I'm depending on law, because the law there is dependable. And like I said, it doesn't matter at all who I fight to prove that I can still fight in time. It doesn't matter to me. What matters to me is that I want to be protected equally like anyone else, and not just being singled out, like a scapegoat and being, treated, So I'm doing my best. All my papers are ready for review, and I believe that once I get back, the fight will continue.
Man, that's awesome, man. I mean, look, we this is America, and we're the land of second opportunities. And here's why I say why not. And after I say this, I'm gonna pass it to my brother Trick. He's in the building. Here's why I say why not. In America, the biggest news that we got going on today is we just traded a supervillain. The Russian guy, the angel of death. We just gave him to
Who
Russia.
is he?
We just gave this terrorist to Russia for a fucking basketball player. We just did that.
Oh, you mean what's his name again? Boot?
That guy. And we traded him for a fucking WNBA player who got caught in another country breaking the law, smoking weed. Or whatever she was doing with the bomb. So we just did that. So my thing is this.
Yeah.
Let the president back into America. Let him back. Let him make a living.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that jingle. I appreciate that protest, man. God bless you. God bless you too much. The thing is that, it's true. Mine is that I had a legal right to be in the United States. I exhausted my sentences. Still, I won an appeal to suppress all the cases. So I'm on top as the new claim. So there's not any reason why I shouldn't have been in the United States, and I'm in good health. So the thing is that, what happened with what's her name, Brittany is different strokes. After all, she's an athlete. I'm not gonna say anything bad about the lady or the girl. The thing is that it was a good experience. And Russia war, the better the Russians in the Russia, the better we get and the better understanding. But I want to come to the United States. I want to return home. I want to come home because all my life since 1993 I've been in the United States. So I want to finish my career. I want to complete the very thing that made me famous. The very thing I want to finish it, and I bet for any other reasons I don't know. But for now, I want to, complete my career in the United States. And again, that's not heavyweight champion. Deontay Wilder used to be world champion until Tyson Fury defeated him severally. So it's not like, Tyson Fury is indomitable. I would want to get a hand on Tyson Fury. My own interest is, to be mandatory challenger to the heavyweight championship. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The same way I fought David Tour, who was undefeated at that time. Tyson Fury is undefeated. I'd like to get a hand on Tyson Fury, and believe me, with few fights you can prove that. You can say that I'm for real. I'm not a joke.
Yeah, it's not a game, and I say why not. Trick in the building. How you doing, Trick? You on mute, brother?
Yeah, I'm on mute. I'm doing good, Drew. How you doing? Ike, what's going on? This Anthony, man. What's up with you?
Hey, what's up, bro? What's up? What's up? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. Glad to have you on, man. Everybody asking about you, man. So you're here, man. I'm glad you're here. We're talking with you. I got a question, man. Like right before you got sidetracked, who was gonna be your opponent that you were gonna fight before you got sidetracked? Who did you have lined up?
What?
He wanted to know who did you have?
I really can't hear you. You're kind of too.
Okay, you can hear me though. I'm gonna repeat the question.
Whom did I fight?
Nah, he wanted to know who did you before the legal troubles. Who did you have lined up to get into the ring with?
Oh, yeah, they had me. They had Michael Grant, Hasim Rockman, and
wow.
Maybe a rematch with David. But the thing is that a clause there where I could fight for the heavyweight championship. You see, that's why I didn't take that proposal. But it was.
It's reconnecting. To connect. He's in Nigeria, family. I'm talking to him on WhatsApp. That's the cheapest way to keep him on the line. Yeah.
You know what? He probably who's
channel? Yeah. Hello.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. So there were Michael Grant, Asim Rahman, and the rematch with the Vitor, but there were no championships, available in that world. So to me, it was the champ. It wasn't legitimate.
Man, I love to see all of those. Stormy, you in the building, Stormy?
Yeah, I'm here. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Having a little bit of internet because I'm at my workplace, so it's like it's kind of iffy here.
We can hear you.
Good morning, Stormy.
What's good with you, Anthony? And salute to the president. What's going on, Ike?
What's up, bro? What's up? How you doing?
I'm doing very well, man. Glad to have you in the building with us today, man. Hey, man, much respect.
All right.
You're trying to still, get some things done, and we support that. We support you in that.
Yes. Thank you very much, bro.
Well, anything. Well, we online right now, brother. Anything that we can do, we're gonna do. And what we're gonna do, I'm gonna put together a formal protest. All right.
Yeah.
Brittany Griner, why not Ike? Brittany Griner,
yes,
why
please.
not Ike? Get him back.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man. I mean, come on,
appreciate
that. This is crazy.
Yeah.
And I can't help but to think, man, of what could have been, man. That landscape in the 90s, man. A lot of things happened.
Yes.
And you could have beaten everybody had you have gotten the opportunity. I think it was a fantasy matchup. I've asked people many times, and I put your picture next to Mike Tyson, and I said, who wins? And a lot of people picked you.
Yes. Yes. A lot of people picked me to beat Tyson, but the thing is that Tyson, it depends on what the quick Tyson came to fight. I believe Tyson, still got some power at that time. As we saw him with Leonard Lewis, he was actually strong in that fight, but little overpowered him, with the direct punch. It's like Tyson didn't have defense anymore. But again, it's like, it depends on I'm being honest with you, but we're gonna come there, we're gonna fight exactly like we did before. Only that we're gonna be improving on punches. But yeah, they're all retired now. There's no need to mention them on the fight team or scale. I believe on these young guys out there, the likes of Dr. Wilder, Ortiz, and Andy Ruiz, and anyone there, they were all champions, former champions, world champions. So why not replace them? Why not, use them for what they were, champions, and then they weren't really a champions. So yeah, I really want to get a crack at the world championship, and that's what's up. Because the money also.
So you're pretty familiar with the landscape of maybe the top 20 in the world right now in all full sanctioning bodies. So are you scouting?
Yeah.
You scouting with these guys? You scouting these guys in particular? Anybody in particular? If you was to get you get some warm ups, and then they say, okay, Ike, we're gonna come at you with a top 15 guy. Who would be the first guy that you want to get in the ring with, just to test your mettle?
In the top 15. In the top 15, well, I got top 10 here. Well, okay, with the WBC, I believe here we've got this is kind of old ranking, but you can see that you've got Tyson Fury, Alexander, Anthony Joshua, Dillian White, Deontay Wilder, Joseph Parker, Michael Hunter, Andy Ruiz, Derek Chisora, Kubrat Pulev. Then. Who did I miss? That's Joe Joyce. There is Michael Hunter. There's Otto Wallen. These guys, they're all good in the top 10. There's nothing wrong in, maintaining. And then there is Daniel Dubois. There is Robert Helenius. Robert Helenius, I didn't even know that he was ranked that much. And there is Huey Fury and Louis Oti, like I said, there is Ajit Cabello, Mark Demori. These guys, I hope I'm calling, yeah, their names. So you can see that, in the heavyweight, there are a lot of actions there. Frank Sanchez, there's this Zili Zan, and Evgeny Romanov, all these guys, Filip Hagrovic, Tony Yoka, Ajit Kabeyel, Murat Gaziev. Yeah, they're all good, because, when you look at me in 20 years, from 1999, they're all good fights, man, compared to, one who hasn't fought since then, So, any one of them will be an excellent exhibition, So we'll have fun. There's going to be a lot to talk about on the big odds in Las Vegas.
Yeah, well, I think, first things first, what we got to do is we got to get the world on notice. You called out everybody. That's everybody.
Yeah.
That's everybody, man.
Exactly.
So I think
smoke.
Yeah, that's the best. So I pulled up the rankings. I got all four of them I'm looking at right now.
Hey, bro, let me tell you something. I heard on YouTube, Tua wants to make a comeback last year with Tyson. I don't know if it was for exhibition or what, because Tyson was exhibition at that time. He made the exhibition of training for exhibition. But yeah, Tua is not in here, so yeah, I just wanted to raise that up. That it doesn't matter at all.
Hey, man, everyone would like to see a part 2. Why not? I'm looking at the rankings right now. I got them in front of me.
Yeah.
If I'm to make the call, just to get your feet wet, I would throw you in there with Lucas Brown. You can knock his head off. And
Lucas Brown.
That's the Australian guy with all the tattoos.
Okay.
Get him out of there.
Is he ranked? Is he ranked in the top 10?
He's ranked number 10 in the WBA. He's ranked number 10.
Oh, really?
I would like to say something about all of this.
Go ahead, Stormy. Go ahead.
Yeah, I would like to say something about all of this. And I want people to listen to me very clearly. This man here was on a track to become the heavyweight champion when he was in his younger days. I have seen in the sport of boxing, there have been powers that be actions that take place to keep certain individuals away from world championships. It didn't matter the division, but it does matter the region that a particular fighter will come from, because it will destroy the image that they want to portray about strength of people and people in prominence. Now, I can tell you that all of the names that Ike just read off, there is not one, maybe only two people out of that list that he ran off that they don't have the intestinal fortitude to be in there in the heat of battle of what this man represented in his younger days. And what's dangerous is if he gets in there with someone of today who are not cut from the cloth, it's going to be an embarrassment, a tremendous embarrassment, because some people are living off of what I spoke on my show last night about the great pretenders. You have contenders and then you have pretenders. And a number of fighters are having careers as pretenders today. And that's across the slate of the sport. But when you get to the heavyweight division, it even gets smaller, because it's a number one reason why you don't see a lot of fights taking place, because everyone is trying to just thrive. And a man like this coming in there that can really snatch the curtain back, so to speak, and show you what's not really there, what is it going to do for the state of the sport? So, as Drew Titan said a moment ago, with our support, it could help make a difference. But I'm telling you now, the excuses are going to be, oh, nobody wants to fight this gentleman. He's an older guy and this and that. But it has nothing to do with that. We saw George Foreman come back and become heavyweight champion at the age of 45.
That's right.
So he set a benchmark for things to transition for future. Am I not telling the truth here?
Absolutely.
Remember, they used to say when a fighter was 2 years old, he was old. Now a fighter is fighting beyond 40. They're not saying it's old anymore, are they? Unless it's a particular guy that they want to avoid. So let's be on top of things, understanding who's out there, the landscape, and what a fighter like Ike brings to the ring. Because the very qualities, and I heard Drew say this, you take a guy like Derek Chisora. One of the things you like about Derek Chisora is he comes to fight, right? He's a guy that'll put it on the line. But he doesn't have and never will have what Ike displayed. Now imagine, we're talking about two different individuals. Now you put Ike in there with Tyson Fury, I think something is going to happen.
You see what we're saying, Ike. You hear it for yourself, man.
Yeah.
Support is everything. We all know. Well, I'm not gonna say we know. We know what the media put out as far as your situation is concerned. And I'll just go ahead and say it in my personal opinion. I know you're trying to get back to this country, but I know how this country gets down with black people. And
yeah.
Look, man, I don't trust a lot of things. And me personally, I don't know, but me personally, on top of the legal things that they said happened, to me, I can't help but to think that it was a smear campaign. And I just believe that you were removed from certain situations because you was about to spoil a lot of people, spoil the motion of a lot of things going on, and people had a lot of money invested in these fighters that did get that shine. I don't think you were supposed to go in there and do that good against David Tua, let alone win. I don't think you were supposed to beat Chris. You wasn't supposed to beat Chris Bird like that, and you did it. And they saw something in you. They said, "Uh-oh, this guy right here, he could offset the whole shit. He could beat Evander Holyfield. He could beat Ray Mercer. He could beat Tommy Morrison. He could beat George Foreman. He could beat Michael Moore."
Yeah. When you're talking, you are talking about the old champions. What about Michael Grant at that time, who was undefeated?
Michael Grant's a friend to the show. He's been on my show, but this is boxing, and I think you would have beat him. I think you would have beat him.
He was the next guy. He was the next guy that wanted to put me in there without coverage. So I told them, I either improved my signing bonus since '97, or tell me that the Lewis and Holyfield unification fight is intensive for my mandatory challenge. If in fact, if I defeated or when I defeated Michael Grant, the thing is that they did not, play the card well. So they moved me for contention, and that was the time that I was stopped by Nevada. So everything went down. Grant went and defeated Golata, but we know how it went. But my contract had no clauses of protection, had no benefit that would cover me. If I won the fight with Michael Grant, of course, But the Grant it was a good fight that to remain on the ticket at 32. So it would have been a good fight. So, the same thing, the agility of Tyson Fury compared to Michael Grant, because when there is no Holyfield or Lewis and you've got Michael Grant, you might be looking as the Tyson Fury today, you know what I mean? Only that Tyson Fury can explode more often than Michael Grant. But put me there with Tyson Fury, it would have been the fight that would have happened with either Michael Grant or Lennox Lewis. So Tyson Fury, I'm glad that he came out of retirement to be a good fight if in fact it can happen. So the other the best, the better. I've been released since 2020, but I hadn't gotten to a boxing ring since then. So it's really telling on me, but I'm not discouraged. I continue to train every day, because I got to be a world champion before the day is over.
Wow. Trick, you had a question? You're on mute, brother.
I'm talking. Yeah, Ike, you saw about your, yes, I heard you talk about your contract. You were promoted by Cedric Kushner. Did you have any problems with him as he was promoting you?
Yeah, repeat that question for me, bro.
He said you were promoted by Cedric Kushner, and he wanted to know if you had any issues while he was working with you.
Yeah. After the Bird fight, he wasn't really trying to promote me anymore. He said that he was a music promoter and so on and so forth. So, but he wasn't trying to get me the title shot that I wanted. And so I tried window shopping. I went to Don King's office, and I started talking to Don King before I got in with Nevada. But the thing is that, the issues were whether or not I should get a title shot on Lennox Lewis and the winner of Lennox Lewis and Evander Holyfield. That's the issue. And they didn't say anything to me.
Oh boy! Why the hell did they do that?
Yep.
Oh.
Well, yeah.
Oh man. Man, well, this is what I'm saying. I firmly believe a lot of the things that were going on, the fix was in, and they didn't try hard enough to. And this is just my opinion. I don't know. I wasn't there, but I don't think they tried hard enough to clear you up, like they went hard for other people, because I don't think you were supposed to happen. You could have been any one of those guys.
We see all the time history.
I really don't like saying I will be somebody before the fight, but because I do conclude that I'm gonna win the fight. That's nothing, but it's always like that since all my 20 fights. But not. I always come out on top, and that's who I am. I wanted to be allowed the fair opportunity to fight. The guys that would have made me great. Like I said, I never squeezed challenge any of the top guys in the boxing in the heavyweight division. I always called them out since '97, since '96. I had been calling Tyson, I've been calling Holyfield, I've been calling championships. And when I got championship with Thor, I proved it, and I continued with the setbacks. Those were frustrations. When Christian called Leonard Lewis's camp and asked him if he would fight me, and they said no. So a lot of things, boil down to the things that happened after the tour fight in Dallas, Texas. So, but that's not what I'm trying to get at now. The fact of the matter is still that, I never stopped to up the ante of competition because I love to train, and boxing is something that I love, and I wanted to, stay on top of it. So, but the chances were not provided for me, and there's nothing else but what happened, the turn of event. But this time, like I said to you earlier in the show, I'm ready to back every claim up in the suit that anyone who had offended me or wronged me in this business, in this equal protection, I'll take them to court. I will take them to court. And in fact, only in the United States that I can do that.
We got your back. Stormy, you were saying something, Stormy?
No, I was just going to say that we've seen things like this in history. So when you talked about a fix being in, let me drop two names of recent memory. Sergey Kovalev.
Okay.
And Luis King Kong Ortiz.
Yeah.
Now, what do they have in common with this gentleman here? Sergey had some very questionable circumstances arrive in his personal life that they made certain to keep out of the media, that they made certain that he can continue to get his bag, and they made certain that he got title shots again and again in big fights. Luis King Kong Ortiz, very good heavyweight fighter, was around just around that time that some of the contemporaries from Ike's, era were coming to a conclusion, and was heavily avoided, but also aged out. Now, all of a sudden, people want to fight the man because he had this, he's beyond a certain age point where certain, punch resistance, things of that nature are off the table now. You know what I'm saying? So it's like he's more vulnerable. But they didn't put him in the thick of things when he was in his prime, because he could have been on top as well. But remember what I said about regional. There's a covert effort to keep certain fighters off the block.
That's right.
And this gentleman has been a victim of it. Luis King Kong Ortiz has been a victim of it.
That's right.
Fighters like, dare I say, our brother Guillermo Rigondeaux. We've seen it. Good as they could be, the best that the sport can offer. Why have these men been kept away from the championships? Because other people that they market, who have nowhere near the same ability or talent, could thrive. I just put it out there like it is.
And that's 100% facts.
Go ahead.
And like I've been saying, man, I think Ike was a victim of a lot of circumstance, and that's just my opinion. All right, I'm no lawyer, nothing like that. But they like Stormy just said, Ike, they chose the white Russian over the black Cuban. We watched it happen in real time. 2 black Cubans, Guillermo Rigondeaux. His best win was also his worst loss. He beat Nonito Donaire, and salute to Nonito Donaire. He's a friend of the show, but he beat Nonito. He was the first person to do it. And what did HBO do to him? What was the result? He got no fights. They basically blackballed him. Because remember, Nonito was coming off the heels of the Manny Pacquiao wave. And they were trying to capitalize off of that fan base. And Rigo came in there and he spoiled it. He really did. He almost stopped Nonito in the last round. And salute to Nonito and his beautiful wife, Rachel, but that's what happened. And Rigo, like I said, it was his best win, but his worst loss. He won, but lost. King Kong Ortiz, who's still active, they successfully aged him out by saying he was too old anyway. But I think Eddie Hearn signed him, and he was lined up to fight Anthony Joshua, and that fight never happened. They signed him to put him on a shelf. And
really?
Yeah, he had a lot of missed opportunity. And it was no fault of his own. Now, of course, he did pop dirty with some drugs in his system. But in this day and age, a lot of fighters do, and it's not the end of them. You understand? Canelo Alvarez is a living example of that. The man popped dirty, was found guilty and suspended, and he just got a statue erected in his hometown of Mexico. So we have short-term memory. Sergey Kovalev, whom, from what we know, is a proven racist. That's number one. And number two, he has had a run-in with a woman where he assaulted her, he left her with nerve damage, and then came back to the scene of the crime and assaulted her dog and everything else. He's pissing on airplanes, and he's been arrested, DUIs, drunk driving, and not one American said deport him. Not one. Not one. And he's Russian, by the way. And no one said take his money. And after all of that, how was Sergey Kovalev treated? He gets a $12 million payday against Canelo Alvarez. That's America. That's America. So we can forgive that guy, not even forgive that guy, because that didn't even make the news. It made the news and it was gone in a day. And we're sitting here like, yo, what the fuck's going on here? So if he's forgiven, if they don't even look towards that guy, okay, free Ike. Let him back in the country. Let him make a living. We have examples.
Free Ike.
We have examples. We have examples. Why can't look? You served your time. This is the land of second.
I did, and I won appeals too. I won my appeals in Nevada and in Arizona, and also in federal court. So there's nothing, the state tapped out in federal court, in the Supreme Court. All my dockets, I can show them. When the state ran, the thing is that under legal application or law, I am supposed to be in the United States, and that's what's been done, or negotiated, at this point in time, because I've got relief also in this thing. So I wanted to know, which ones will be applicable to me when I return to the United States, because I'm homeless, I got to establish myself, to the status that have been raised on appeal. You know what I mean? So I think, about me, that are not settled, and I want to settle them on my way to the ring, and that's that. It's not just a simple thing. I got to establish myself again, as I were, after the ordeal that I went through. Well, but definitely, I'd like to be in the United States. God damn it.
Well, we're gonna get in the paint. We're gonna go hard for you in the paint over here, because this is nonsense. We've seen far worse.
Yep.
I've given you examples. Sergey Kovalev has done far worse. Okay. Mike Tyson actually did time, and he came back, and he had a stellar career after prison too. He made a lot of money. Now, what he did with it is none of my business, but he made a lot of money. All right. We hear stories about what you went through. At this point, you went through the legal system. You served your time. This is the land of second opportunities. How many people in the chat right now remember that Bernard Hopkins is a felon? He's a Hall of Fame middleweight, but he's a felon. He served his time and he had a second opportunity. So
thank you.
You're next up, Ike. You're next up.
Yes, I should. I should.
Free Ike.
I should, bro. Free Ike. Free Ike.
Free the president. Free the president.
Yeah, free the president.
Man, we gave up Cobra Commander for a 6'7" WNBA star who could dunk a basketball. Don't nobody watch the WNBA.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Man, come on. Now, and I'm gonna go here, y'all, and people might not like it. If you was waving that rainbow flag, you'd have been in the country last year. This is crazy. This is crazy.
It's not right, man. It's not right. I hear you. It's not right. It's not how it's done. You know, I have to be respected. You know, especially when I embraced the law. When I was found to be, you know, a competent pro se litigant. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. When the court found that, when the court found that I was competent and proficient at law, you know, and ruled in my favor, that alone should have brought me back to the ring. You know what I mean?
Right.
It didn't happen that way. I continue battling people who are upset about me and my career and life and family. You know, it's not how it's done in the United States, man. We're led by law. You know, the government must obey the law and the people follow the law. You know, the thing is that I'm supposed to have been released and received back in the community, in the society, because I earned my stripes, man. I've been on appeal, litigating, and, you know, when the court showed me favor, nothing to stop it, nothing to at all. And, you know, in this case, you know, my case is one that is backed by the law, order of the court, order of the honorable court. You know, now nothing could, you know, make me go shy. I couldn't be gone shy, like they say. I'm not ashamed of the fact that, you know, I overcome my derogatory status or seemingly derogatory status, you know, but you know, like I said, I earned my 3 associate degrees that are equivalent to 1 BSc. You know, in Nevada, I didn't kick rocks. I stayed put. I trained every day, you know, from 2003 to time. Even now, I continue to train because, you know, I don't believe that I should have been retired the way I was brought out of the game. And to be honest with you, I love the game. I love the sports. You know, that's why I'm gonna give it the best shot of mine. And you know, not about me. Like I told you earlier, I'm in good health and spirit, and I'm gonna be back. I'm willing to, you know, to stake that out in the ring. You know what I mean? To achieve what I did in the first.
Well, we are gonna do what we can do on our end. You know, we have your contact now, and I appreciate this, man. I've been a supporter of you, and they did right here on YouTube. There's documentaries up about you, and I don't know the story. I wasn't there, but I know, to me, when it happened in the 90s, like in real time, I said, man, they're trying to drag this brother, man. I don't even know. And look, I felt they tried to do that to Mike Tyson. And everyone here knows that, man. Every time Mike Tyson was I'm in New York. Every time Mike Tyson was on the front page or something, they took the worst picture that they could find of him and put him on front page and made him look crazy. They do it all the time. And with you wasn't as like popular in the sport, but when you did make the news, it was never good. And they just dragged your name. And they did that. And I looked at the landscape and I said, man, I don't think the first thing I said, man, I don't think Ike fit into all of this shit because nobody was backing him like that, but he was getting in and beating the shit out of people. You know, and I'm like, you know what?
Yep.
What could have been? You could have touched up Lennox Lewis. You really could have did it, man.
Yeah.
If
I had the manager, if I had the manager that would have gotten me Lennox Lewis, it would have been on. You know, all this were because I had no manager suitable to the realm I attained from 1997. You know, that requires not just it's not when you transfer to what you transfer to any. I should have been there with some kind of ages, those who promote athletes, sponsors, those who had money, to wage the deal, and not just any manager at all who would want to. We didn't have manager. We didn't have manager when we bought the Vitor. Excuse me. We didn't have one, but to Bird, we had one, and he retired before the fight commenced. So the thing is that we, as a matter of fact, required a suitable manager, not because the one that came for the criminal cases I encountered, no, but one that loved boxing. We were trying to transfer that to HBO. Now HBO is no more in existence. So now, televisions can play the role because they have got money and they've got the television. So that would have been the corner there, but there was no one for me. Kushner could not, support that eye that I had, even though he made the Bird fight and he made others, but they weren't as prominent or promising as they would have if they had introduced me on HBO to be a signed professional fighter for the HBO. So it's one of those things, man. It's a regret, but we live on. We deal with our obstacles and we hope to overcome them. But like I said, I wish it were either now or that things would have been differently and attacked at that time. I would have been safer. I would have been the boxer you would want to know the capacity to the limit. So, it didn't happen. There are many speculations as to what would have been my output in boxing. That I really want to, shed the light on it when I come back this time.
Well, HBO, I guess you can say they kind of paid for their own sins. They fell on their own sword. That's why they're not around anymore. They started rallying behind fighters that were more marketable than the fighters that were supposed to rally behind. Where they lost with you, I believe they tried to get behind Sam Peter. Have you ever met Sam Peter, by the way?
Yeah. No, not lately though. But I met him in prison. He came and saw me in prison at Lovelock Correctional Center in Nevada. But I knew that he fought. He knocked out Oleg Mayev and became a world champion. So that's good. That's good for him. But again, it's one of those things. I came out for. I could have been first, but he went on and became a world champion. That's good.
Yeah. I bring them up because I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, wow, man. I'm just sitting here trying to figure out, man, and I don't like to go here, but is it an African thing, man? Is it? I'm wondering.
What?
Is it an African thing that Sam Peter, he got his opportunities, man. But I remember hearing a story about when he went to what was it, Germany, and he fought Vitaly Klitschko. He fought Vlad, and he almost won that, and he lost the second half of the fight. I remember that. When he went and fought,
oh really?
Yeah, he fought Vladimir Klitschko at Atlantic City, and I remember that. And he just blew the second half of the fight. It was close, but he dropped Vlad like 3 times in the first round. There was no 3 knockdown rule.
I saw that. I thought that was their first fight.
He fought him, and then he fought his brother in he fought Vitaly in Germany, and I heard he got poisoned.
Yeah,
I heard he got poisoned, and I heard that he said that he ate some fruit that was brought to his room, and he was sick the next day. That's what I heard. I don't know. I can't confirm. Yeah, I can't. There's a lot of that shit going on in boxing too, man. We could tell you some things about some cheating motherfuckers. And you mentioned Tyson Fury. The guy's a cheater. If you ever get in the ring with anybody last name Fury, the guy's a cheater. I got so much. We have so much evidence on that guy. If you ever get lined up to fight that guy, come talk to us. We're gonna tell you exactly what to look out for. The guy's a fucking cheater. All right. I don't like anything. I don't like Huggy, his cousin. I don't like his dad. I don't like Tyson. I don't like those guys. They're all fucking cheaters. They're cheaters. Or every last one of them. Screen record that, because I know they're screen recording me right now. Screen record that. I stand on that. I'll tell every fighter that gets in the ring with him. Derek Chisora knows your fucking ass is a cheater, Fury. He knows you're a cheater. He said it. You're a drug cheat, a glove cheat, and your whole bloodline's a bunch of fucking cheaters. There, I said it, like I always say. But moving on. Could it be that you guys are not in the plan? You guys are never in the plan. I mean, Sam Peter, the first time I took note of Sam Peter is when he knocked out Jeremy Williams, because the knockout was so violent. And I said, man, this guy's strong as hell, man. And when I first saw him, I said, I couldn't help but to think, I said, damn, man, what if Ike was still fighting today? You know what I'm saying? And he was, he did some things. But he never really got over that hump, you know. But you coming back, I think, why not give you an opportunity? If you still got it, you still got it. If you don't, you don't. But why not? I think you need that chance. I think you need that chance. And I'm with it. I'm willing to support you. I'm willing to write letters and reach out who I have to reach out to. And right now, I think as good a time as any, because with the atmosphere being what it is, and the fact that we just gave up a supervillain for a WNBA player, which blows my mind. I don't know why we did that. Well, I know why, but whatever. You know, my thing is free the president. Let you back. We could put you on an undercard somewhere and see what happens. And you win by devastating knockout. You do that about 2 or 3 times, you put the world on notice. People thought George Foreman coming back, they thought it was a joke until he started winning.
You know what? I think that the way to do it is either to contact. You see, when I was at Eloy Detention Center, I contacted the President of the United States. I wrote him a letter, certified mail, but I never received anything back until I was whisked away from that place. The thing is that, though, the making contacts at to this point now, all my claims are bellied by evidence. I have the evidence to prove that I should have been in the United States and not being dragged to Nigeria to fight for that same cause. So I've got clues. I've got pointers. I know that there are promoters in the United States, but the thing is that my case of administration should come from the executive office of the President of the United States, and anything to the cabinet to report this malice, because if it is the Secretary of State, if it is Department of Homeland Security, or even Department of Justice, I've made contact, but they didn't seem to grab it. But like I said, all they are involved in the same deal you were talking about with Brittany Griner and Bush of Russia. So the Department of Justice can hear you. If you call Department of Justice or even Department of State, there are some civil what's they called again? Civil rights attorneys that would be in a proper venue to challenge the cause in which I was deported unfairly or removed. We then start from Nigeria. So and if it were for maybe I don't know what promoters. Do you know any promoters that would be suitable to hear the case? I don't know.
Whatever. Here's what you do. Holler at me on WhatsApp, and I'll do what I can on my end, and you give me a list of names, anybody, and I'll reach out to any and everybody, and we're gonna put in work to get you back here. And I don't give a damn if you.
Okay, well.
I don't care if you got to fight in a gymnasium. We're gonna get you in the ring over here, man. We push we move mountains over here. We do that. We're gonna help.
Yeah,
that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, we're gonna do that. Boxing is something different from money that the federal government has paid me and hasn't cut yet. So the thing is that boxing is different. And for the boxing fans and around the world, the boxing got to go proceed with or without the relief. But we are trying to get the relief so that we can move on to the next level. The United States had paid me money that I wanted to collect en route to the ring. You know what I mean? But that would not stop. That would not deter my effort to return to the ring ASAP. So I'm standing up to my interest, which is to come back to the ring as soon as possible.
Well, we on a job, brother. We on a job, and we definitely going to help. Go ahead, Trick. You have something to say? Go ahead, Ant. Go ahead.
No. I didn't have anything to say.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, I think you could you could fit right into any of these rankings. The IBF, the WBO, WBA, WBC. The WBC, I'm really not a fan of because they're pieces of themselves, man. That guy. That if I want to see a sanctioned body collapse, it's them. I don't like them at all. And the WBA is ran by racists also. I'm not too thrilled with them either. You know, so that leaves the IBF and WBO. I'm really not fond of any of these guys, but you know, I'm looking at the IBF. I don't even know who the hell this guy at number 15 is, Dempsey McKean, but already you could take him.
Who is it?
Dempsey McKean. I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
Let's set that up. Dempsey McKean versus the president. Let's set it up.
All right, that would be a good one.
It's a good one, yeah. I don't even know who the hell he is. Let me. You know what? I'm gonna go to Google right now. Who is Dempsey McKean? Because we're gonna put him in the ring with the president. He's Australian. Okay, he's Australian. Let's go to his box rec. Dempsey McKean is what's going on here? I'm trying to pull up his box rec. Okay, it won't let me go to his box rec. God, he must be horrible.
Hey, Drew, can you show the Chris Bird fight?
What'd you say?
Can you show the Chris Bird fight?
Oh yeah, I could show the knockout.
Yeah, show the knockout. Yeah.
Holy cow! Dempsey the Machine McKean is his name. He's 22 wins, no losses, no draws. Perfect. He's 32 years old.
Yeah, that's
perfect. We putting that. I'm gonna hit him. I know he got an Instagram. I'm gonna hit him up. I'm gonna hit him up, y'all. I'm gonna hit him up. I'm gonna hit up Dempsey McKean, be like, yo, you ducking Ike Ibeabuchi. He gonna be like, huh? Yep. Let me put let me see. Ike Ibeabuchi versus Chris Bird. I'm gonna show the knockout right now to the audience. My God, yeah, but yeah, the Machine King versus Ike Ibeabuchi. That's what we
machine.
Yo. Yeah, this is gonna be bad. It's gonna be all bad. It's gonna be all bad for him. And he's ranked number 15. He's ranked number 15. And you're gonna knock him out. That's what's gonna happen.
Yep.
You're gonna knock him out.
Quickly. We're gonna get out of that ring quickly as soon as possible.
It's gonna be awesome. I'm pulling up the. I'm gonna show the audience. For those that haven't seen it, I'm showing the audience right now. The Chris Bird stoppage. Man, oh man, this was bad. I remember it was on HBO Boxing After Dark. Oh my! Boom! Ooh! Oh my God! I screamed in my living room. I was like, "Oh, what? Boom!" Jeez Louise!
And still to this day, Chris said it's not a knockdown.
What'd he say?
He said it's not a knockdown.
Not all right. He's bugging. Chris clearly doesn't even remember getting hit. Chris doesn't remember getting hit. Now, salute to Chris because he got up, but god damn.
Hey, look like Ike walked over there like, hey, you ever did something like bad at school? Ike walked over there like your dad had that belt So he walked over there.
Oh man, I can't show too much because you know how YouTube is. I can't show too much, but damn, that was crazy. But we have oh, the War Report says call Eddie Hearn for McKean. You know what? I'm gonna reach out to Eddie Hearn. That's what I'm gonna do. McKean, the machine McKean, he's ranked number 15. The machine McKean is ranked number 15. And you ducking the president. Don't duck the president. You know what I'm saying? You go to Australia. Yeah. Australia's batting 1,000. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We're finding out that Robin Nadal Hussein, we found out he got robbed 22 years ago against Manny Pacquiao. Jeff Horn got a gift decision against Manny Pacquiao. They went. Devin Haney had to go over there and beat George Kambosos like a drum 2 times. So yeah, the president to go to Australia to fight the machine McKean, ranked number 15. Let's put it out there. Let's do it. Yeah. Let's go. Let's do this.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Man, everyone get in McKean's DM and be like, you ducking like Ike Ibeabuchi. He gonna look at his phone and be like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Jay said Chris Ariola. Hey, man, I like it. Hey, you know, Chris is still active. He's in shape. Yeah. Chris Ariola is a good fight. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, they're good fights, man. They're good fights. Oh, yeah, let's do that if that's possible.
Oh, yeah, Chris Lovejoy. Yeah, man. These are good fights, man. These are good fights, man. So Ike, you right in the mix, brother. You right in the mix, man. And we're gonna push. We're gonna push. I got your number locked in. I'm definitely gonna be in touch with you, brother. Man, thank you so much, man. Thank you so much. The world of boxing missed you, man. And we're glad you're back. And we're gonna fight for you over here stateside, and we're gonna get you back. We're gonna get you back here, brother. Because everyone deserves a second chance. This is America, the land of second chances. The man did his time. He has his paperwork. Get him back. Let's go.
Yes, let's go. Let's go, man.
We on it, man. Right, thank you so much, man. Stormy, any last words, good brother?
Thank you, bro, Drew. And say hello to Anthony for me, bro. Carter. Just tell him that, we'll talk later, too. I hope he's there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah. Go ahead, Ed.
I wouldn't miss it for the world, man. I'm listening, man. I just kind of, maybe I think when I was saying something to you, you couldn't hardly hear me, so I kind of stayed out a little bit, but I was listening. Hopefully you can hear me. But yeah, I'll definitely keep in touch with you, man. I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, he said he'll be in touch. Absolutely, brother.
All right.
Stormy, any last
words? All right,
brother?
now you all. Thank you. God bless you and remain blessed. Happy Merry Christmas. Happy Christmas to all of you and your families. I love you guys and keep up the good work. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, Ike. I'll be in touch, brother. Good talking to you. Talk to you soon.
Much respect. Much respect.
Yes, thank you very much.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the president, Ike Ibeabuchi. Salute, Trick. I don't know how you be doing this, but goddamn, man. Goddamn. That was dope, man. Holy cow, man. Holy cow, man. I've been wanting to talk to this man for over 25 years, man.
Yeah.
Man, that's huge. I mean, look, I don't mean to toot our horns, but, man, no one's doing what we doing. I don't see it. And guess what? No one cares to do what we do. The media done wrote this man off. Anything you see about Ike Ibeabuchi is negative. And as a black man, for me personally, when all I see is in the War Report, man, salute to you, brother. And salute to everybody. I didn't do the roll call this morning because I had to jump in it. I'm sorry. But if I missed you, just know that I love you. Everything that I've read about this man was always bad. And whenever I see that about a black man, my antennas automatically go up. That's just who I am. I'm like, okay, you know, and he admits that he did some wrong things. He admits that. But this is America, right? This is the land of second opportunities, right? The man's 50 years old. I don't mind seeing him getting a shot. What's the worst that could happen? It don't work out. But the man says he still got it. I know we see pictures of him online when he was overweight, but I've seen recent pictures of him. He lost all the weight. He looks great. Now, of course, there's what I call the Ali factor. Ali looked good physically in 1980, but then he ran into Larry Holmes. But I don't know who the fuck Dempsey McKean is.
Never heard of him.
I'm saying everyone get in this man's IG and DM, let me see, Dempsey McKean on Instagram. Okay, here it is. I'm gonna put his gram in there. And let's confuse the fuck out of him. This is what we gonna do. There it is. There it is. Y'all bombard his DM and say, why are you ducking Ike Ibeabuchi? Let's make him the most confused boxer in the history of mankind. Let's make him look at his DM if he's running it, or his wife or his friend. Let me be like, what's this? Who the fuck is Dempsey McKean? Blimey, mate, these cuts are more crazier than Benny Hill. Fuck that. Get in his DM. Hit up Eddie Hearn. Be like, yo, why is McKean ducking Ike Ibeabuchi? Force this fight. We're using the internet for what it's for. Okay, now Eric O, he made a good point. Will Australia even let him in the country? I don't know. But if it makes dollars, it makes sense. Ike Ibeabuchi with a comeback, why not? He was undefeated and he was a knockout artist before he left. Now, true, he's in his 50s now, but so what? Combat 2-bag salute. I'm telling y'all, go to his fucking gram and hit him up. Stop ducking Ike Ibeabuchi. And I'm talking about smashing the gas on these motherfuckers. I don't think Ike has a gram. When I talk to him, because I'm going to be in touch, I will help him make up his social media if he's even allowed. You know what? I don't even know if he's allowed yet. I don't know. But once he gets cleared up, let's get him back to the States. Let's get him on some undercards. We got connections right here in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We got connections right here in the chat. And, you know, yeah, my UK accent / Australian accent is the absolute worst. Whatever, man. But, you know, it's horrible, but whatever. I'm just being a douche. But I think this brother needs a second chance. And I'm glad that Stormy brought up Sergey Kovalev. That man is a criminal. I mean, he beat up a chick. He beat up Becky. The most protected species in the world is a white woman. He beat one up and kicked the dog and left the scene and then came back with a load of money in his pocket to pay her off. She had nerve damage in her neck, and he's a pro fighter. And nobody attacked him, right? Did Floyd's quote-unquote baby mama have any of those fucking injuries? No. But he was all over the goddamn news. How many people on YouTube attacked Sergey over that shit other than us? So, I said that to say this. Free the president. Free Ike Ibeabuchi. The War Report said he's going to put some merch together. I support. I will buy a shirt. I support. Free Ike. Bring him home. USA. USA. We got all kinds of things running around in this goddamn country. Ike ain't the worst. He's not. Ike is not the worst.
By no means.
By no means. He's not the worst. Sergey got a DUI on top of that. He's starting trouble on airplanes and shit. He's beating white women, kicking dogs. Where's those animal people? What do they call? What do they call? PETA? Panda? Whoever the fuck they are? Where they at? Where the feminists at? Huh? And how do you reward Sergey Kovalev? A $12 million fucking payday. With Canelo Alvarez. So why can't Ike come? What'd you say?
Oh, my bad. I said he fought a fight after that, and we ain't seen him since.
No, $12 million. You ain't gonna see me either. I'm good. I'm good. 12 million. I ain't gotta do shit. He should have been attacked by feminists, PETA, you know, these Midwestern white boys, the good old boys from below the Mason-Dixon. I hold on to my gun and my Bibles because Trump said, dumb motherfuckers. He's a Russian. Where were they at? You know what? If Sergey stands there in silence, he looked like them. He looked like a good old boy. Oh, he beat a bitch. What, she ain't cook no dinner for him? Shut up, bitch. Go make my turkey pot pie. Looking ass. Get the fuck out of here. Free Ike. Free Ike. Get him back. Am I saying he's gonna beat everybody? I'm gonna say I don't know. I am saying let's find out. Let's let the man have an opportunity. He said all his paperwork is good. He's ready to rock. Let's go. Let's go. What's the worst that could happen? He could get knocked out. It's boxing. And he is in his 50s. But I'm saying I'm fighting for his opportunity. I'm with the shits. Ant, man, great job, brother. Great job, man. I love this, man. This is great, man. You did it again, man. Closing words, brother.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, Drew, Stormy, the chat. Man, I've been working on this for like 2 years, man. I've been in contact with his brother, and I've been talking with his brother for the past 2 years. And the thing about it is, well, a lot of people don't understand. You know, I'm not gonna go into details, but he made a mistake, or so he made a mistake, and boxing kind of turned their back on him a little bit. I ain't gonna say a little bit; they did turn their back on him. And I reached out to Jesse James Leha, and he hooked me up with this attorney out in Arizona. And I think, as far as what I know, his brother was communicating with him. It's the fact that he's over in Nigeria, the guy's in Arizona, and it's kind of the connection there. But I did what I could to help. Here it is. It took a YouTuber to do what these so-called boxing experts and these guys from these boxing networks didn't want to do. So it is what it is, man. But like I said, something I've been working on, man, and finally got him, and he's out. And anything we can do to help try to push him, man, that's gonna be good. So that's my take on that. And once again, appreciate you having me on. Hey, on the cool, man. I was looking at the chat, man. Wasn't nobody paying attention, but I was doing this. I did this. Drew look at me. I say, I ain't too long ago got on work, man. I dozed off like that's old, so I wouldn't take the chance, and nobody saw it. But so it's all good, man.
Yo, bro, man, we do this for the love, man. but yo, man, you hit the ground running. We legitimately do this for the love, man. And
yes, sir.
Whether there's 100 people, 50 people, 2 people in here, man, we legitimately do this for the love, man. And Trick, man, I don't think people give you enough roses for what you do, man. And what you just said is very key. We accomplished what a lot of people don't do or what they didn't even care to do. You understand?
We got him first. We got him first. He's here. He's in the Strong House, courtesy of you, what you did, Trick. And I appreciate you. You understand? And the man, obviously, he needs a boost. He needs some help. And that's why I'm saying we're going to do that for him. We move mountains over here. And that's what I'm always saying. It's about boxing. And I'm sorry, Drew. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead. I didn't cut you off. I'm sorry.
No, what I was gonna say is this is what it's supposed to be about. Helping fighters, giving them the voice that they need. Because not every fighter is a millionaire sitting on a mountain of money and well off like the people we know, like the Lennox Lewises and Roy Joneses of the world. And Mike Tyson, he got bread. He's not broke. Okay. But we're here speaking up for the guys that people will forget about. When Chris Ariola walks away from the sport, who's going to fucking reach out to him other than me? And Trick, and Stormy, and George, and Marco. I mentioned those names for a fucking reason. And in closing, you see what you can do when you focus on your craft and don't pay attention to beef? What the fuck? How can I talk with Ike Ibeabuchi when I'm focusing on what other YouTubers say about me? And the lesson in this, family, is focus on your craft. Because what happens is when you focus on what other people are doing, you're going to miss your own blessings. Always focus on your craft. We just had Ike Ibeabuchi on here. If you love boxing, you know who he is. The man did his time. He's ready to get back in the ring. The next step now is to helping him. All right? I've had everybody on here. Michael Nunn, Michael Grant. Just check my channel. Check the resume. We had people so far in their feelings. We had Michelle Joy Phelps threatening me and Trick Nolte on Twitter. I don't even have a fucking Twitter account, and she's all in her feelings over some another Twitter person told her. And it turns out that kid was a troll that I blocked. And then he ran over to her and said some shit because she thought she heard her voice on one of my videos, and then she's firing shots and threats, and Trick had to get at her. And like, yo, nah, it's not like that. What are you talking? We don't even know who the fuck you are.
Yeah, hey, I'm feeling her content. Drew, have you seen me do a video?
No. You don't even do
I don't know
content.
how to do it. I don't know how to do content. Yeah. I never had to use her content. Oh, I'm sorry. Right.
I just used it recently, and it was her audio, which is fair use. It was her talking to Joe Joyce. It's not netting me millions of dollars. She ain't popping like that, and I'm not disrespecting her. I'm just saying it's real. She was the one that when COVID hit and they started shutting down and people started getting laid off, she was one of the people that stood on there and said, well, what do I got to do? I'm better than these YouTube guys, and I'm a journalist, and what do I got to do? I might have to start taking my shirt off. She said that.
Mm-hmm.
And I heard she actually did it. Don't she got her OnlyFans? I don't know.
I think she do.
Okay, well, she went ahead and fucked around and took her shirt. She got naked. She got naked. We don't have to do that. Don't nobody want to see our asses naked. We're talking boxing. We thrived during the goddamn pandemic. Always focus on your craft. That's the lesson, family. You ain't got to entertain beef. When you entertain beef, you never win. Someone's beefing with you, you don't know who they are, get them out your hair and move on. Andrew 100, we will get Lennox Lewis. Mark my words. We're going to get, I don't know when, we're going to get Lennox Lewis. We already had Roy Jones. Y'all remember that? We had Roy Jones. I was reaching out to Roy and said, yo, won't you fight Michael Nunn? They talked behind the scenes. I don't know what they talked about. Oh, you know what I found out? They were talking about it, and then the Mike Tyson shit came along, and obviously it was more beneficial for them to fight Mike Tyson. That's what happened, y'all. That's why the Michael Nunn fight ain't happened. Mike Tyson, Michael Nunn. The world said Mike Tyson. There it is. We will get Mike Tyson in the Strong House. It's gonna happen, y'all. It's gonna happen eventually. I can't tell you when, but we on the ground with this shit. Now, while we're talking boxing, what the fuck else is everybody else talking about? What are they talking about? Me? I'm not the fighter. How about trying to reach out to the guys and get them on your fucking show? Put in your work, because we working over here. We working. Anthony, salute to you. Stormy the Sensei, closing words, brother. I know the brother's at work. But Stormy made it in here. Yeah.
Hey, man, this is history, bro. Like I say, man, we got him, man. Nobody else, man. Like I said, I've been working this for like 2 years, man, and finally got him, man. I mean,
yep.
It was
awesome. I was trying to come off. I was trying to come off of mute.
Yeah.
Closing words. Listen, man, you get Mike Tyson on here. I ain't smoking no weed with him. All right, I ain't smoking no weed with Mike Tyson. He got to come on here sober. He got to come on here sober, and we got to hand him his while he's sober, huh? Because we got to get the real out of him. So when you get him on here, tell him don't take no Prozac, don't hit that stuff he smoked. Come on here, because we want the real Mike Tyson. We don't want that subdued dude. I don't care if he says, I'm gonna eat your children, Stormy B, man. I don't care. Okay, get the real one on here. But no, man, great show. Trick Nolte, Anthony, man, you're doing great work, man. We appreciate what you're doing because you're helping to put the spotlight where it really should be on a lot of these fighters who should have script. They should have stories. They should have the benefit of promotion, even if it is by way of us, because they matter and their stories matter. And I'm just happy to be a part of this process, man. And I love both of you brothers for what we're doing here. And let's just keep it going, man. Let's keep it going. 2023 is around the corner. We're gonna do more. And again, they can come over to my platform as well, along with you too, so they can see that we are a united front in what we're doing. So thanks again, man.
Man, what a way to close out the year. That was huge.
Back to back. We had Buster Mathis. That was a good one.
That was
then
a good
we got
one.
Hussein, and then we got Ike,
man, Buster Mathis, Nadal Hussein, and Ike Ibeabuchi. Y'all know how groundbreaking that is? I mean, come on, man. I know a lot of people are new and they're here for the updated the fights going on today, and I understand that. But if you old school like me and Trick and Stormy, you appreciate this for what it is. All right, and we ain't gonna stop. That's why I love what we do here. I love what we do here, man. This is amazing. We don't have Roy Jones, man. I was buzzing when I told my dad. I said, man, I think I'm gonna have Roy Jones on my show. He said, what? I said, yeah, I think I'm gonna have Roy Jones on my show. That was groundbreaking. I was geeking out the whole time. I ain't gonna hold you. You understand? Because I'm a fan of this thing, man. I'm a supporter. I'm a huge supporter, man. And look, man, shout out to everybody that supports. Shout out to Trick Nolte. Shout out to Stormy, man. I gotta go to work. Merry Christmas to y'all.
Merry Christmas.
I'll be doing my thing. Everyone be safe. Don't drive intoxicated. And we got a lot more in store coming for y'all. And I saw some names in the chat. Just know that we working on them. We done spoke to a lot of them already. Just know that we working on it. You never know who's gonna be in the strong house.
Man,
always pay attention, man.
And the thing about it is, Drew, man, I got so many lined up. Like, oh shoot, I should have called him. I should have called him, man. Got a lot of stuff lined up, man. But like I said, working on Tyson, you know what I'm saying? You know, working on that. Lennox Lewis working on that. Yeah, we on it.
I appreciate this, man. This is so dope. I'm gonna have such a brilliant day, man. Man, salute to y'all, man. The general should be on Painful Excellence podcast tonight. We're gonna cook, man. And salute to y'all. I gotta run, y'all. Much love and appreciation.
All right, Drew. Peace. All right, Stone. Peace, y'all.
Peace.
Move! Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.